Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Good afternoon. Welcome in the third week of Technical and Business Writing, lesson 5th and 6th. I'm your teacher, Mr. Muhammad Khalid, and today we are going to explore about the modes of writing. In the lecture or in the week second, we learned about the different types of writings like media writing, technical and business writing, literary writing, content writing, and much more. Well, so dear students, in simple manners, whatever we say, either it is description, mean we describe things from their very nature, size, color, material, mean sensory properties. It is called description. Well, sometimes we share our own experiences, histories, tell about the past events. This is narration. And someday we engage in discussion with our friends and family members over a certain topic, and we have to give some logical arguments, statistics, and reasons and analogy. It means we are using exposition, and sometimes we have to give advices to our children, to students, to our friends. Okay, we invite them, participate in a meeting, take interest in studies. At this moment, it is persuasion. Fine. Well, all these modes of writing or speaking play a very vital role in the development of a student and a professional, because their techniques help him furnish and polish their public speaking skills and as well as the writing. Well, slide 1. I think there's some issue. Well, the students, look at this picture. What do you think about it? Just look at it and assess the scenic beauty and the attributes. If you ever have a chance to visit such places, like in Pakistan, you find lots of wonderful places like Deosai, like Hunza, like Skardu, and Sawat. There are many wonderful places like this. For example, this is a round shaped lake, and similar lake is in Kumrat Valley, is called Katora Lake, right? When we look at these pictures, we observe the scenic beauty and we love to express our experience, and we love to give details about the roads, glaciers, mountains, rocks, meadows. This is all called description. Isn't it fascinating? Well, what is description writing actually? Descriptive writing, to paint a picture with words in the minds of the reader, using various sensory details such as sight, taste, touch, smell, and sound. Clear? Well, I told you about the descriptive writing when you were watching the picture. That sensory details means if someone has never visited this area and you are telling him about that spectacular scenic beauty, definitely you need some very graphic, lucid, image building sensory details like it was lush green, cool air, uh, like the gray mountains and fresh blue water, clear, and round shaped lake, crystal clear images. These all are the sensory details as we have learned here to paint a picture. Mean whenever you are telling something, the other person must start painting, developing a sense, a picture. This is called description. And description is one of the very powerful tool that the writers use in the media, literature, and also in scientific writing, like scientific report writing, we use the description. You're telling about the your DFDs, diagrams, functions, protocols, formulas, they all are actually the description. Let's move next. What types of the different descriptive writings we can find in literature in our clear? Biographies. Biographies, the story, self story of one person. If some person start telling about his or her own lifestyle, for example, I start telling I am a teacher for many years, affiliated with uh, teaching. In the beginning I was never interested, but luckily I took admission and uh, developed interest in literature and writing, and later on this interest ended up in the teaching. This is all biography about where I born, earliest education. Clear? Travel writing, for example, you find in the old times people would write travel guides, travel writing, safarname. Like one of the very renowned personality in Pakistan is Mustansir Hussain Tarit. He is called the best travel writer in Pakistan. But in the modern times, vlogs, people visit various places and they write their experiences, and their live commentary is made by the travelers about. This is called travel writing. It is also descriptive writing. Nature writing. Some people are interested in the nature, in the lakes, mountains, glaciers, rivers, flowers, and much more. And they always love to write about these things, wildlife, animals, and this is also description. For example, when you watch the documentary or any document from the National Geographic website or their collections, you find that they use very lucid words and they explain some object, some animal, I mean, with complete details, and we feel like as if we already have had seen these animals. Journals, Journals basically are called the daily record of events we work on, clear. And similarly, there is a technique writing journals that the writers usually keep a little notebook with them. Whenever they find a good word, some incident impresses them, they feel a kind of dejection, or some poetic expressions creep into their mind, exist into their mind, they open it and note it down. That is called writer's journal. Scripts, scripts of all types. Normally, they when they are in writing, they are called descriptive dramas. Script of the websites. I mean, maximum types of the scripts are descriptive. Poetry is the highest form where the description is the main thing. When you listen to some poet and you find it really amazing. For example, Ahmed Faraz in Pakistan is a poet who uses lucid description, clear, men fine. And similarly, Keats, Lord Tennyson, they are the very romantic poets who use the descriptive language. Especially, let me recall you back, students. Let me recall you back. Sorry, let me recall you the poem, very famous romantic poem of the named Daffodils. Daffodils is an experience of the writer. He visits the Lake Districts of England and find the beautiful, colorful daffodils growing and growing. And I mean, he utilizes different types of image building words to develop the scene. Fiction writing, we already have expressed, fiction writing is descriptive most of the nature. What is a fiction? Fiction is actually telling some supposed stories, some to make something unreal. The real is called fiction. I mean, a fiction writer uh, learns the situation in the real daily life, but develops a mock of those events and puts into form of a story, a drama, a prank, a video log. We can say it all fiction. Comics are the stories of for the children and even for the young, in which sometimes supernatural elements, genies and fairies, some extraordinary, powerful, and charismatic words and deeds and actions are expressed. Fine. This is all the types of the different. There are maximum types of the products in which descriptive writing is used. Should we move next? Well, the next slide. Read this paragraph, clear in this short paragraph. K is in a field next to a river. K is in a field next to a river. Mean K is mean a boy is strolling or walking in a field adjacent or on the bank of a river. Fine. And now the writer is developing, it is called scene description. Kay felt the soft green grass under her field. Sorry, K here means girl. Okay, well, no problem with. Kay felt the soft green grass under her feet as she stopped to look up at the clear blue sky. The soft, nearby bubbling of water on the rocks began to sound in her ears, and the smell of fresh cut daisies surrounded her like a blanket. Here, these few lines are full of imagination, adjectives, and there is also some figurative language. Kay felt the soft green grass. The first word felt. I told you in the beginning that in descriptive writing, the appealing expressions to sense, sensory detail, to sense, taste, hearing, touch, imagination. Clear? They are called. So felt, verb, clear, and soft green grass. This is the description of the grass under her feet as she stopped to look up at the near at the clear blue sky. Look up, sensory detail, clear blue sky, adjective used for the description of the sky, the soft nearby bubbling of water on the rocks. Fine. The soft nearby bubbling of water situation means the scene is being described that the water was bubbling on the rocks and sound in her ears and smell of the fresh cut daisies surrounded her like a blanket. Fresh cut daisies surrounded her like a blanket. This is a metaphor. Sounded sounded her like a simile like a blanket. That everything I mean she was covered around as some colorful blanket had uh, covered all around. The students, I'm sure that you have learned the importance of the descriptive writing, but most of the students are they have to take scientific writing as their main career. So there, when you describe tools, formulas, models, diagrams, give statistics, discuss points, there we use the descriptive mode of writing. I hope you have understood. Thank you very much.